In the period of time between the Cryogenian and the Cambrian explosion, reefs were made out of sponges, not corals. Then, during the Cambrian period, things started to change. Corals started to take control of reefs. And by the Devonian period, they had almost completely replaced sponges. Coral reefs are found at depths of less than 30 meters. If the coral can grow fast enough and accumulate rock fast enough, it can outpace natural erosion. But it still needs to start in a very shallow place, like an eroded volcano or just a continental shelf. During the last ice age, sea levels were 120 meters lower than they are today, because much of Europe and the entire top half of North America was covered in ice. So it's essentially like a whole continent melting. These sea levels rose so fast that many coral reefs drowned and could not keep pace with the rising sea level, which happened over only 10,000 years. Right now, due to excess carbon emissions, most of Greenland and parts of Antarctica, as well as other places, are melting. But this will be a much smaller input of water than when the last ice age ended, but it will be over only a few centuries rather than tens of thousands of years. So this could be very damaging to many coastal ecosystems. The sea level could rise by 4 to 6 meters. The Eemian period, which was about 120,000 years ago, was the last interglacial period. Temperatures were 3 degrees Celsius hotter than they are today, and the sea level was 4 to 6 meters higher. This is what that would look like in today's world. Red areas are, of course, underwater. As you can see, continental shelves are the sky blue areas on this map, where the deeper blue areas are, of course, open ocean. Most of these sky blue areas were above water during the last ice age. That's why they are continental shelves. As you can see in this map, these red areas are coral reefs. Now, in terms of climate, coral reefs only grow in places where each month has a temperature of greater than 18 Celsius. This is because at temperatures lower than that, the erosion from the ocean is faster than the coral growth. What this means is that coral reefs are found in exclusively tropical regions. Corals are actually animals, even though they might look like rocks or plants some of the time, but corals can actually move and fight and compete for space. They can also spawn, they can grow, they can house millions and millions of other creatures. Coral reefs are more likely to be found in areas with strong waves and currents rather than in places with calm waters. This is because the places with strong waves and currents have stronger rocks, because the weak rocks will get swept away. Another important factor is that strong waves breed strong coral. They will evolve and be naturally selected to be stronger and develop a resistance to the waves and currents. In other words, Mother Nature is completely awesome. Obviously, corals are not the only things found in coral reefs. Jellyfish and sea anemones, which are related to corals, are found. Sponges are found. An insane diversity of fish are found, such as triggerfish, pufferfish, clownfish, and sharks. Regal tang, yellow tang, black tang, seahorses, damselfish, you name it, etc. Essentially, the list could go on 4,000 times. You will also find clams, oysters, mussels, scallops. There are also nudibranches and other gastropods and cephalopods. There's also worms, turtles, and even seals. There's also albatross, seagulls, and tons of other seabirds. You know what? You get the idea. There's everything here. The only requirement is that you're able to find food, reproduce, and survive these warm waters. In fact, 25% of all marine species live in coral reefs, That's ridiculous. Okay, I need a break. Coral reefs often border and overlap with seagrass meadows. Seagrass meadows are sometimes even found in coral reefs. Microalgae and seaweed are found. And what do you know? Even kelp has managed to find a way to eke out an existence in tropical regions near coral reefs. Kelp are almost always found in temperate regions, which means it's kind of ridiculous that they're found in coral reefs or near coral reefs at all, because kelp loves upwelling and corals hate upwelling. Some corals, known as deep water corals, have managed to eke out an existence in the darkest depths of the ocean, going down into the mesopelagic and even bathyopelagic zones. Which is crazy because coral usually need algae to function properly, the absence of which is called bleaching, which is a very devastating thing if it happens for too long. Coral reefs are important because not only does basically the entire tropical ecosystem of the ocean depend on it, but they also help protect coastlines from flooding. If coral reefs were gone, essentially 25% of all marine species would go extinct. Well, not extinct, but pretty much extinct. Unfortunately, humans by large are the most disgusting creatures on the planet. This is entirely by choice and not by evolution. Evolution does not work that fast.